Every single year, people rediscover The Devil Wears Prada like it just dropped yesterday, and somehow it becomes more and more relevant. Not less, but more and more relevant. Because what started off as a fashion movie has now become the blueprint for power, branding, influencer behavior, luxury aesthetics, work culture, and honestly, the entire internet. Welcome or welcome back to the Janaya Approved Blueprint, where we decode it, we own it, and we blueprint it. Hi, I'm your host 𝗵𝙗𝙀, commonly known as 𝗵𝙗𝙀, and today we're talking about why the devil wears Prada refuses to die, why everyone is obsessed with the office siren aesthetics again, how luxury culture came back stronger than ever, and why this movie may have predicted modern influencer culture before influencers even existed. This movie wasn't just fiction anymore, it became reality. The reason why The Devil Wears Prada keeps trending is because the culture keeps circling back to ambition, right? Especially after the clean girl aesthetic era, people are tired of looking effortless. Now everybody wants structure, power dressing, luxury energy, and intentional fashion again, right? You can literally see it on TikTok, from the office siren aesthetic, corporate luxury, quiet luxury, editor fashion, old money fashion, and the fashion week workwear. Everything is becoming more polished again, and Miranda Priestly represent that energy perfectly. Like, she is cold, sharp, untouchable, elite. People are romanticizing ambition again, not just the soft aesthetics that we have been receiving for the past few seasons. And honestly, that shift changed fashion content online completely. What's interesting is that Miranda Priestly would absolutely dominate social media today, and that's actually scary because modern influencer culture basically copied the old fashioned magazine culture. Think about it, like, from the exclusivity, the aesthetics, the status, the networking that they have, the front rows, the campaigns, the brands, the brand relationships, the trend forecasting, and most but not least important is the image curation that we have been getting from these influencers. That's literally what Runway magazine was built on. The only difference now, though, is that everybody has access to the performance. Instagram became the new fashion magazine, TikTok became the new trend department, and creators became the mini editor-in-chiefs of their own brands per se, which is why the movie even feels more relevant now more than ever, because we finally understand the pressure behind looking successful. Another thing that I would like us to also discuss is how this movie influenced fashion for many years and even more years to come after this, because people talk about the dialogue, but the styling, that's legendary. The coats, the boots, the layering, the leather gloves, the sunglasses, the silhouettes. This movie helped romanticize luxury fashion for an entire generation. And now, in 2026, fashion is recycling that exact energy again, especially after maximalism started colliding with quiet luxury and people didn't know, okay, what am I interested in, and all of that. People want expensive looking fashion again, even if they cannot afford quiet luxury. That's why tailoring is back. We have structured bags, we have neutral palettes that are back, and editorial dressing is back again. Everybody wants to look curated and not just something that just dropped off. We all want to look curated and not accidental, right? And now let's talk about Susan Chu and why conversations around fashion commentary, criticism, and cultural analysis are exploding online. People don't just want outfits reviews anymore. We want context, we want the fashion psychology, the celebrity bending, the cultural meaning, internet reactions, industry politics, behind the scenes power dynamics, And honestly, that's exactly why long form fashion podcasts are currently growing right now, right? People are tired of the shallow commentary. We want discussions that actually unpack why fashion matters, why aesthetics influence culture, and why celebrity image building has become a full-time strategy. Fashion commentary has evolved from who wore it best to what does it say about the culture, and that's a completely different conversation, right? And The Devil Wears Prada fits perfectly into that category because underneath the glamour, the movie was actually always about power. The reason why this movie survives every generation is simple. Everybody relates to transformation. Andy transformed socially, professionally, aesthetically, emotionally, and in the social media era, reinvention is basically the new currency. Everybody online is rebranding themselves constantly, if not every day, if not weekly, if not monthly, if not yearly. Like, the reinvention currently on social media is insane. Like, from new aesthetic, new era, new identity, new personality, new lifestyle. And that's why this film keeps connecting with the younger audiences who are still trying to find themselves and where they fit into this identity that they are trying to create for themselves. Because now we understand that image can literally change the opportunities that come to us in the world that we live in. So maybe The Devil Wears Prada was never just about fashion. Maybe it was warning us about image culture, the work obsession, luxury addiction, the social climbing that we have, personal branding. Maybe the scariest part is that Miranda's world didn't disappear. It expanded onto our phones, onto TikTok, onto Instagram, onto influencer culture. And now everybody is trying to become their own version of what is considered to be what a runway magazine. But I want to know what you guys think. Was Miranda actually toxic, or was she simply ahead of her own time? And do you think that fashion culture today is becoming more authentic or more performative than ever before with the current rebranding, image curation, like curated looks? This has been the Janaya Approved Blueprint podcast, where culture, fashion, branding, and the internet influence always collide. And trust me, we are only getting started. I'm your host, Tavi, and I'll see you guys in the next evolution.